Seekers, listeners, friends of the Forbidden Knowledge channel, listen to the echo of ages, to the whisper of ancient mysteries that still resonate in the hearts of those who dare to peer beyond the ordinary. Today we embark on a journey through the labyrinths of history, where the destinies of two of the greatest mystical orders intertwined, the Templars and the Rosicrucians, guardians of lost Hermetic wisdom. Amidst the sandy expanses of the Holy Land, in the dust of ages, a new order was born, whose name became synonymous with power and mystery. The poor fellow soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, or simply the Templars, emerged at the beginning of the 12th century. Their purpose was noble, to protect pilgrims, but their true calling proved to be far more profound. They did not merely guard the roads. Their presence in the Holy Land, especially near the ruins of Solomon's temple, was not accidental. It is said that beneath the ancient vaults they discovered something that changed them forever. Keys to forgotten knowledge, rooted in the depths of time. This knowledge was Hermetic. It originated from Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure considered the embodiment of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek Hermes. Hermeticism is a philosophical and mystical tradition based on the teachings of Hermes, preserved in the Corpus Hermeticum and, most importantly, in the brief yet infinitely profound Emerald Tablet. The Emerald Tablet is not merely a text. It is a concentrate of wisdom that states, "That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below," to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. This principle, known as the principle of correspondence, is the cornerstone of Hermetic philosophy. The Templars, it seems, found something that allowed them to grasp this principle in its entirety. Perhaps they discovered ancient artifacts, texts, or even places of power connected to Hermes. Their rapid rise, their wealth, their influence, all of this could have been the consequence of their access to this esoteric wisdom. They became custodians not only of relics but of knowledge. Knowledge about the nature of the universe, about the laws governing reality, about human consciousness and its potential. This knowledge was dangerous to those who sought to preserve the old order. This is precisely why the Order of the Templars was so brutally destroyed. In the early 14th century, at the command of French King Philip IV the Fair, mass arrests and torture of knights began. They were accused of heresy, blasphemy, and secret rituals. But the true reason for their downfall may lie in their connection to the Hermetic tradition. An order possessing such knowledge posed a threat to both church and secular power. It had to be destroyed, and its secrets either appropriated or buried forever. However, true knowledge does not die. It passes from hand to hand, from heart to heart. And when the Order of the Templars was vanquished, its legacy, its Hermetic secrets, did not vanish without a trace. They found a new refuge. In the 15th and 16th centuries, as Europe experienced the Renaissance, as interest in ancient wisdom was reborn with renewed vigor, a new mystical order emerged, the Rosicrucians. Their appearance is shrouded in mystery. Their manifestos, Fama Fraternitatis, Confessio Fraternitatis, and the Chemical Wedding of Christian Rosenkreuz, were filled with allegories and symbols. The Rosicrucians declared themselves heirs of the ancient sages, including the Templars. They spoke of the great work, the spiritual transformation of man in the world, the attainment of immortality, and the knowledge of higher truths. Their symbol became a rose blooming on a cross. The rose, a symbol of mystery, beauty, spiritual unfolding. The cross, a symbol of suffering, but also of the center, the point of intersection between the spiritual and the material. The Rosicrucians, like the Templars before them, were guardians of Hermetic wisdom. They relied on the 7 principles of Hermeticism as formulated in the Kybalion, although the Kybalion itself appeared much later, as a systematization of Hermetic teaching. The first principle, the principle of mentalism. The all is mind, the universe is mental. This means that all of reality, from the smallest atoms to the vastest galaxies, is a creation of the universal mind. The second principle, the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. We have spoken of this before, but its significance cannot be overstated. It connects all levels of being, from the microcosm to the macrocosm. The third principle, the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Everything in the universe is in constant motion, at various frequencies of vibration. Understanding this principle opens the path to controlling reality. The fourth principle, the principle of polarity. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are identical in nature, differing only in degree. Good and evil, light and darkness, love and hate. These are all merely manifestations of the same force, existing at different poles. The fifth principle, the principle of rhythm. Everything flows, out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing is representative of all. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm is compensation. Life is a constant cycle of ebb and flow, of rise and fall. The sixth principle, the principle of cause and effect. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Chance is non-existent. Every action we take, every thought we conceive, births a chain of cause and effect. The seventh principle is the principle of gender. Gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. This principle is bound to the energy of creation, the union of opposites to bring forth the new. The Rosicrucians maintained that these principles are the keys to understanding the universe and to the transformation of the self. They taught that by mastering these laws, one could become the architect of their own reality, the alchemist of their soul. Their methods were shrouded in secrecy. They practiced meditation, introspection, the study of ancient texts, and the contemplation of symbols. Their goal was the attainment of the great work, a pursuit not merely philosophical, but spiritual and alchemical. To the Rosicrucians, alchemy was more than the transmutation of metals. It was a metaphor for spiritual metamorphosis. The philosopher's stone was not gold, but an enlightened consciousness, a perfected soul. The influence of the Rosicrucians on European culture, science, and art remains undeniable. Many of the great minds of the Renaissance and the centuries that followed, figures like Newton and Leibniz, maintained ties to Rosicrucian circles or were shaped by their influence. The Templars and the Rosicrucians, two orders separated by centuries, yet bound by a single thread, the pursuit of hermetic wisdom. They were the guardians of knowledge that could change the world, but which also placed them in grave peril. Their story serves as a reminder that true knowledge will always remain hidden from the uninitiated, that behind the veil of the mundane lie the deepest mysteries of existence. Perhaps today, in an era of information abundance, we are losing sight of what matters most, the depth of understanding. We consume information, yet we fail to digest it, to transmute it into wisdom. Hermetic wisdom teaches us that the key to the universe lies within ourselves. Know thyself, reads the ancient aphorism carved into the temple of Apollo at Delphi. The path of the Templars and the Rosicrucians is the path of self-discovery, a journey to master universal laws and to attain inner freedom and power. This wisdom has not vanished. It lives on in ancient texts, in symbols and teachings, and in the hearts of those who continue the quest. Here, at Forbidden Knowledge, we invite you to join this search, to explore ancient mysteries, unravel the riddles of the past, and seek answers to eternal questions. If you feel the call of knowledge, if your heart is open to the unknown, subscribe to our channel. We will continue our journey into the depths of mystical teachings, into a world where reality is woven with mystery. In our next video, we will delve into the world of alchemical symbols and reveal their true meaning, exploring their profound connection to the hermetic wisdom of the Templars and the Rosicrucians.